Shout out to everybody in the building. This is the new single from my brother CT. It's called Body Move. Make sure you hit that like button, some other videos. Your brother Aboriginal Power. This is the Wake and Bake. This is the Hood Journalist. Grand Rising. Let's go.
Can I rub it? Or can I see it? Girl, you know you bad, bad. Michael Jackson, I'm tryna beat it. And I'm so in love with your body, at the end it feel like I need it. Call me Mayweather, I'm 12 rounds, I can't be defeated. I be smiling, but demon crazy, baby, ain't tryna fake it. Don't be a fool. We both know we ain't virgin, but we never had sex, so that body is new. I'ma talk you through it like a boxer, I'ma stick it and move, and I put it on you. I know I'm working, I can tell by the way you be jerking, you making it move. From your body, you can be my Angela, I'm your got it. Body shining brighter than all my diamonds. Got me pulling money out all my pockets. Good head on your shoulders, need all your knowledge. I never mislead you, I give you guidance. Just call me future, I'ma be honest. Climb on the pole and a nigga gon' throw something. Left, right cheek, concentrating on both of them. Looking back at me, gon' make a nigga think you on something. Push it back on me, I'll grab your shoulder so you don't run. Reposado, turn us up, have some more fun. Different bottles, I've been drinking out both of them. Alcoholic, but it take one to know one. Call your girls up, we gon' have us some more fun.
Free Jazzy Tuck. Yeah, Genie. Here's a little something about an OG like me, yeah. I'm him, yeah. I'm me, yeah. Here's a little something about an OG like me. South Dallas, Bun Tongue, Bear Street, Door Street, yeah. Here's a little something about an OG like me. East Side, Rub City, East 21st Street, yeah. Here's a little something about an OG like me. Got the mind of a genius, but I'm straight from the streets, yeah. First thing I like to say is rest in peace, Pokey. Heard a lot about me, baby, you don't really know me. Talk a lot of this and that, but boy, you gotta show me. I ain't looking for nobody, pay me if you owe me. Make a lot of sense, everybody gotta listen. Rock with Donald Trump, why? Cause I'm a politician. Never did a lot of wishing, but I did a lot of whipping. Whole lot of dollar getting, pressing potty in my kitchen. In the world about to end, don't nobody give a damn. Everybody is a go, but they ain't messing with the ram. And these ladies love my flow, cause they know he's so real. You can call me Michael James or Jacoby O'Neal. Hey, here's a little story about an OG like me, yeah. I'm him, yeah. I'm me, yeah. Here's a little story about an OG like me. Never told on the soul, not you, not me. No, maybe I am him, maybe I am Jim. Jumping out the gym, shining like a gem. Move a lot of weight, but I ain't at the gym. I ain't getting trim, and I ain't getting slim. Ay, I be hitting Kylie if I ain't hitting Kim. Ball head, but I be damned if I ain't getting trim. Ay, I ain't the best rapper, cause I ain't Eminem. Best producer, Dr. Dre, Corey, Moe, and Timberland. Ay, industry corrupt, trying to make us feminine. Trying to turn our men to women, trying to make our women men. Giving killers all the power, false courage for the cowards. Be the same boy they caught in bed with the White House. Puff Daddy in the shower with the pills in the powder. It's 100 ghetto kids getting shot every hour. Hit a certain tax bracket, here come the Illuminati. Cause the Christian Jews and Aki still work for the Anunnaki. Hey, maybe I am Jim, jumping out the gym, shining like a gem. Move a lot of weight, but I ain't at the gym. Maybe I am Jim, jumping out the gym,
Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It's your brother Aboriginal Power, the hood journalist. We got a few things to get into. I haven't covered no hip hop news in a while, and it seems like we have got us a handful of beef going on in the hip hop community. Again, we got Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj beef. Obviously, it done dropped down, cooled off, picked back up again, and things is out of control. It was a lot of back and forths and shots being fired over Cardi B, new drama over her sales week, and a few shots popped in her anthem and her new song that was recently just played. But yeah, man, we got a lot to get into, so I don't want you guys to go anywhere. I'm just letting you know we got a lot to get into. So if y'all ready to get into it, drop a fire emoji, and let's get into this next anthem. Let's go. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. It's your brother, Big Aboriginal Power. Let's lock in. Shout out to everybody in the building. Drop those fire emojis. Thumb up the video. Support the channel.
Hands up in the air, unified and bold. Shoulders locked tight, stories untold. This is the camaraderie, the brotherhood flow. We all stand in that for the people we know.
Field Marshal Brother Nazir, never back down. Talk your talk media, word spreads around town. Big dog, Philly OG, wisdom in his bark. Big Aboriginal Power, lighting up the dark. Key Norfolk on the line, speaking truth through the static. Open the knowledge, mind sharp, automatic. Sherry's the realest with that unbreakable stance. Bro Sanchez bringing light, giving minds a chance. Dangerous music, Drake Cobbs on the sound. DJ Cuddy spins it, our anthem hits the ground. T wriggles, Dulcinea, voices join the crowd. Smoke signal in the air, make the ancestors proud.
We all stand, we all rise. Act for our people, open up our eyes. Linked by legacy, forged in the fire. This is camaraderie, we lift each other higher.
We lift each other higher. Supreme Chief Holiday, guiding with honor. Voodoo Child channel spirit, the feeling is stronger. No one left behind. Every name is a torch, lighting freedom's path. As we move off the porch, every voice different, but the heart's the same. We paint our own future, signing with our names. Forged by the struggle, united by the fight. One dream, one people, together in the light.
We all stand, we all rise. Act for our people, open up our eyes. Linked by our legacy, forged in the fire. This is camaraderie, we lift each other higher. Hands clasped in a circle. Ancestors hear the call. Past, present, future. Together we won't fall. From the roots in the soil to the stars in the sky. Voices echo strong, let the unity fly.
As the remix coming, I better get the wave file in my email. I got some more.
We all rise, act for our people. In the eyes, linked by our legacy, forged in the fire. This is camaraderie, we lift each other higher. We lift each other higher. We all rise, act for our people. In the eyes, linked by our legacy, forged in the fire. This is camaraderie, we lift each other higher. This is for the people, our movement, our pride. This is camaraderie, we stand side by side.
Salute to everyone in the building. It's your brother, Big Aboriginal Power. We're showing definitely camaraderie amongst our people in the community. We're definitely going to continue to be pushing the pressure amongst our people and inspiring our people to be on code, to love your people, one another, and a little more. But let's get into it, man. We got a lot of hip hop beefs going on. If y'all ready to get right into this hip hop beef, all I need y'all to do is support the channel, thumb up the video, and drop a fire emoji in the chat. All right, this is your brother Aboriginal Power, the hood journalist. We got a lot to get into. If y'all ready to go, let's go.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Channel. Now, the numbers for Cardi B's album Am I the Drama dropped, and it said that she actually sold 200,000 units in its first week with 88,000 pure sales. And I have to say these numbers are very good. I mean, it's very hard for artists to get these type of numbers in this climate, especially female rappers. The only female rapper who's getting numbers like this easily is Nicki Minaj.
Is Nicki.
Especially female rappers. The only female rapper who's getting numbers like this easily is Nicki Minaj, but the other ones have to work, and Cardi is one of them. Cardi had to work. Now, she did very well. She had some good songs on her album, but it took her a lot of effort to get those sales. I mean, she was promoting her album everywhere, doing album signings, meet and greets. She was on the side of the street, barefoot and pregnant, selling her album. She discounted her album to $4.99 and her singles to 69 cents. She had all these different variations of her album for sale. In fact, she added old songs, some dating far back to 2019, to put on her album. So there was a lot of strings that were pulled just so she could crack that 200K. And chart data actually revealed that she really sold 199.6 thousand. But Cardi and her team made sure that she reached that 200K. And that's why Billboard delayed their announcement on Sunday. And even with all this effort, I don't think the victory feels as sweet for Cardi, because
so Cardi B is not really doing as good as she's trying to announce. She's actually paying people to tweak the numbers or to hold out on original sales. So if she didn't sell 200 in a week, they must have waited 10 days and then finally got the 200K album sold. So obviously she's pulling some strings behind the scenes.
Reach that 200K. And that's why Billboard delayed their announcement on Sunday. And even with all this effort, I don't think the victory feels as sweet for Cardi, because a lot of us know that she and her team were really trying to beat Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2 numbers. That's what this was really about. Pink Friday 2 did 228,000 units in its first week and had 92,000 pure sales. Not to mention, Billboard actually took away 100,000 of her sales because she ran a contest that required her fans to buy her album, and Billboard said that was against the rules. But if Billboard did not filter out those sales, she would have sold well over 300,000 in the first week. But even still, her album did very well, especially in today's climate. And I think Cardi and her fans were hoping to beat Pink Friday 2's numbers, and Cardi was boasting about how she was going to outsell. In fact, when the early projections came out for her album, she said, "Don't listen to them, y'all. Trust, they'll cry the loudest next week. We are doing so amazing, and I'm proud of y'all. Keep buying, keep streaming. We got this." And she also said, "Barty Gang, bookmark them tweets." Also, her friend Kim Barbie said, "Baby, they haven't even counted. Sunday, though." So they were really kind of pushing this idea that Cardi was going to outsell and beat Nicki's record.
Y'all don't even want me to drop that album because y'all going to be fucking crying. Because I'm going to outsell. I'm going to have hits. I'm going to be on top. That's a fact.
So Cardi was very confident, and I think the goal was to beat Nicki's numbers so she could use it as bragging rights. And it seemed like the media was already celebrating the idea of Cardi beating Nicki. A lot of Cardi's fans were bragging about it. Cardi was bragging about it. There was some sneak dissing going on. There was a lot of baiting going on. Cardi even worked with Nicki's former artist Lourdes as a way to bait her, I think. But Nicki didn't really start getting active until tracking week ended. Now, Nicki did announce that she's dropping a new album next year on March 27th. But as soon as tracking week ended and the numbers came in for Cardi's album, that's when Nicki decided to rub it in. She was like, "Aha, you thought you were going to outsell me." And she was reposting her stats and everything like that. But things took a very messy turn. Cardi was tight. She said, "You must have missed me. Huh, crazy? Now kiss my feet. Nothing more annoying than a bored bee." Nicki responded and said, "To every enabler, never provoke a writer while they're writing. You joined the game as a willing participant. Don't try to back out now." 3/27/26. That's her album date. Hashtag rock bottom nation. Hashtag rock inflation. Hashtag Rico Nation. You failed. Let the reindeer games begin. We win again. Now, Nicki brought up Rock Nation again because the head of Rock Nation, Jay-Z, cleared a sample for Cardi's song Imaginary Players. And also, it seems like Jay-Z and his federal informant partner, Desiree Perez, were doing some business with Cardi. Oh, yes. Cardi was in a meeting with Rock Nation last week, and it seems like they were up to their old tricks. You know how Rock Nation got behind Kendrick Lamar when he was going at Drake? They wanted a repeat of that. They can't use their artist Megan Thee Stallion, so they're running behind Cardi now. The thing is, Cardi wasn't able to get the job done and outsell Nicki. So now Nicki gets a chance to gloat, and it's becoming a problem. Cardi did respond to Nicki and said, "The power I have. Make these bees come out of rehab every time. Go to your effing room." Now, Nicki started throwing shade at Cardi's raps. Cardi has a song called Magnet, and in her lyrics, she said, "A, B, C, D, E, F, G, these bees can't F with me." That was an elementary school rhyme. And Nicki poked fun at that. She called her Barney B. And she said A, B, C, D, E, F, G, rap like Barney, still ugly. And Cardi called her cocaine Barbie. And Nicki said A, B, C, D, E, F, G, heavy tongue. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, surgery to look like me. Tell the rat and tell Jay-Z. Rico fraud and perjury. Ooh. She also said A, B, C, D, E, F, G, pregnant, play with his bussy. So she's referring to Cardi's soon to be baby daddy, Stephon Diggs. And I do want to talk a little bit about that because Cardi was making fun of JT's man Uzi and saying how JT has to stick a dildo up Uzi. But allegedly, that's what Stephon is actually into. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But Cardi did say,
Hold
A, B, C,
on.
D, E, F, G, your man
They
have
saying your boy Stephon Diggs is gay. I've been hearing that in the social media. So well, let's see what details and facts is gonna come out about this, man. We got 17 listening in right now on YouTube right now, but we got 24 listening in right now on Instagram. Salute to Instagram listening in, tapping in. I mean, salute to Twitter tapping in right now. We got Twitter lit right now. Make sure y'all share this. Shout out to all my Twitter family. Make sure y'all give us a quick repost, a quick retweet. And everybody on YouTube, give us a quick share as well.
JT has to stick a dildo up Uzi, but allegedly that's what Stephon is actually into. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But Cardi did say, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, your man have to snatch a C. P tastes like honeycomb. Yo, bro be touching 12-year-olds. Ooh. So she was bringing up Nicki's family. Nicki said A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Lied and said mom was Trini. And Cardi posted this meme of Nicki's brother wearing a pink wig. And Nicki posted a meme of Jay-Z wearing a pink wig, crying over losing his casino bid. And also a meme of Cardi dressed like Barney. And Nicki also said, raw dogging pregnant with the fourth baby. Barney B, BV, HPV, allegedly. Wow. And Cardi said, all right, now, this is the third tweet talking about my pregnancy. Like you wasn't going to different fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce from all them perks scrambling your eggs. Not allegedly. Lord protect my babies. Cardi was going to hell with it. I mean, Nicki was going low, but Cardi was going straight to hell. Now, I do hope she has the receipts to back up her claims. And also, I do find it interesting how she's speaking on other women's wombs. She was even talking about JT getting abortions. And I want to get into that. Since we're on this topic, I do want to get into her whole beef with JT because she did drag JT in her song Magnet. And for those who don't know, their feud really stemmed from their spat on Twitter a few years ago. JT congratulated Glorilla over her Tomorrow 2 song, and Cardi felt a way that JT did not mention her because she was featured on the song too. So Cardi called her a lapdog, and it incited this whole Twitter war between them. And since then, JT did take a few shots at Cardi on her City Cinderella EP, and Cardi dragged JT on her song Magnet. And these are the bars that Cardi came up with.
Bitch, bring the baby ass bitch, run away, dirty foot ass bitch, backdooring ass bitch, hit on your friend ass bitch. See her going through it, you see her going through it in life, and put her on blast on social media ass bitch, you a hating ass, ungrateful ass bitch.
That's all right. Take your time. Sound it out. Sound it out. That's some of what Cardi said. And she also said her man cheats, but at least she doesn't have to stick a dildo in him. So basically, she was implying that Lil Uzi was gay or bi. And JT went off. She said, you talking about my man's sexuality? Well, let's talk about your man, Stephon Diggs. And she highlighted this interview that Stephon's former stylist, Chris Blake Griffin, did with Tasha K. And Chris alleged that Stephon drugged him and tried to essay him and have him unalived.
He attempted to have me unalived because of him making a sexual pass at me. It wasn't the sexual pass that frustrated me the most. What made me most frustrated was the fact that he tried to unalive me after it, when in reality, even though I was drugged, even though I was violated, I never thought that the next step would be my life being threatened because you got turned down.
This story is crazy. And to be honest, I don't think Chris is lying about it. He did file a police report about it. So yeah, it's a crazy story. And Cardi looks dumb trying to talk about somebody else's man when her new man has all these skeletons in his closet.
That man does drugs. He does drugs. He does drugs.
Now, Cardi exposed these text messages, I believe, that were between JT and Lil Uzi. And then she said Lil Uzi makes JT get abortions. And she also claims that she has an audio of Uzi talking about his ex-girlfriend, Britt. And also she brought up Rock Nation. She said, and don't let me say what he was saying about Rock Nation, just ungrateful. The minute she brought up Rock Nation, that's when I knew, okay, this is some Fed stuff. When a person is doing business with a federal informant, it's not too far-fetched to believe that maybe they're getting fed information. I'm just saying. But Cardi claims that she has all types of receipts on people, and she even alluded to having JT's nudes. Where could she have gotten that from?
And I got receipts for days. Nasty ones. I even got ashy nudes. I got receipts on everybody. Even when I diss, I got receipts on people. I be bitches crying.
In response, JT dragged Cardi on Twitter. I'm not going to get into all her tweets, but it was messy. And she also said this on Snapchat.
This rat ass bitch, right? This bitch, this bitch supposed to be a motherfucking brim, and she threatening to snitch on some motherfucking
JT so motherfucking cold.
body because she don't have anything to say about a bitch. That hoe is a loser. So then she said, I'm going to tell everybody nation what you said, what he said. No, not just that. The trying to spread fake tea about abortions when she stood her illiterate ass in front of millions of people and said she stand for pro-choice. Drops bomb. I can't take the dumb serious. Typing those motherfucking messages, or I'm calling the police on your ass for defamation of character because I'm sick of it, ho. And I will be back. And I'm never getting off your ass. Not this bitch on live saying she got my news. Revenge porn? Weird ass bitch. You got my news. Everybody got your news in their motherfucking phone. I bet it ain't no glass object up my pussy. I bet it ain't no room full of niggas and bitches. Get your crazy ass on, stripper. Talk about somebody's news.
Now, JT was in the studio, so she definitely has a diss record coming for Cardi B. I think a lot of girls are going to start responding to Cardi because Cardi not only shaded JT, but she shaded Bia, she shaded Ice Spice, she even shaded Nicki Minaj. So Cardi got to be ready for them lashings because they are coming. Now, let's talk about this Cardi and Ice Spice situation. So recently there was an audio that was leaked of Cardi B threatening to beat up Ice Spice. Cardi and Ice Spice have had some tension, but things really kicked up a notch when they were throwing subs at each other. Cardi threw a sub at Ice Spice in the remix to Wannabe, and Ice Spice threw subs at her in her song BB Belt. And she said Cardi was built like an ant and she's taking spots. And Cardi responded in her song Magnet and called her a slow face B. So they're at odds right now, but Cardi was going off on Ice Spice in this leaked audio. She even threw Latto under the bus.
Oh yeah, she did. Can we get into some of the audio? Let's see. Hold on, let's run it back. Pay attention to this conversation, y'all.
You know what the f he said, nigga? I'm gonna tell you. Y'all wanna fucking play in my face? I'm gonna beat the shit out of her. I'm not like none of these rap bitches.
She said, I'm gonna beat the shit out of her talking about Ice Spice. So Cardi B is threatened on the phone with Ice Spice manager and is threatened to fight and beat up Ice Spice when she see her.
Y'all wanna fucking play in my face? I'm gonna beat the shit out of her. I'm not like none of these rap bitches.
This is how crazy Cardi talks behind the scenes. I mean, I wonder what Latto feels about it because, man, she threw Latto under the bus. And Latto and Cardi are supposed to be cool. I mean, they just did a song together, but this is kind of how she's talking about Latto. But JT did react to this on her Snapchat. She said, "This is really sad how people speak on people behind the scenes. This scary. I wonder what triggered this. The Latto stray, but went getting a verse from that girl. But I'm fake. Whoa. And keep saying the N-word." Yeah, Cardi was dropping a lot of N-bombs, and that was very uncomfortable to hear. But Ice Spice decided to enter the chat and she teased the diss record called Pretty Privilege. That title alone seems like it could be shady. But yeah, the girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. And it's very amusing to hear how pressed Ice Spice has Cardi B. Who knew that Ice Spice had Cardi riled up like that? But I want to.
It must have been some undermining behind the scenes hating already from the get-go. I mean, you got to realize she's Dominican. She's Dominican. They're fighting for who's going to be the top Dominican in this nigga culture.
It's very amusing to hear how pressed Ice Spice has Cardi B. Who knew that Ice Spice had Cardi riled up like that? But I want to end this off getting back to Cardi and Nicki. So Cardi seemingly threw in the towel and she basically said that she's not Nicki's peer. When Nicki said this, ABCDEFG falling off the charts with a big belly, running trains, barefoot, still smelly, still you could not outsell me. Cardi said, "Why you keep bringing up my album? It's not the gag you think it is. You've been in the game like 16 years. You need to compare yourself to your peers that started around your time. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake, those are the numbers you need to be competing with. And you can't because you're doing lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. What the F is you comparing yourself to me for?" See, this whole dig doesn't hit because Cardi was ready for the comparison. She said that she was coming to outsell Nicki. You know, she wanted to outsell her. So now that she couldn't do it, now she's trying to say, well, why are you comparing yourself to me? You're not even my peer. You should be competing with Taylor and Drake. Listen, Nicki is pulling the same numbers as some of these big pop acts. I mean, look at Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande's last projects. They had similar first week sales too. So if you want to compare Nicki to the pop acts, then yeah, she could definitely pull her own weight. But when we're talking about the conversation of female rap, we do understand that Cardi and Nicki are considered peers and they will be compared with each other. But truthfully, Nicki is number one in the genre and she solidified that position, period. But anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
So let's get into this next clip we got lined up for the rest of this. We got a lot lined up with this. Let's get into the next one. This is Cardi B on the phone with Ice Spice's manager. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's going down, basement. I don't even know what to sing right now, okay? A part of me feels like singing, "What goes around comes back around. Hey, my baby." Okay, I cannot sing to even save my behind, okay? But that being said, it seems like the female rap girlies are jumping the behind out of Advocate BBO. And when I tell you that this time, this new school of girls, oh my God, Paprika Spice, a newly...
Oh my Lord. I didn't know this lady. Somebody sent me this video. I did not know this lady was a goddamn tether. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through this lady's sickening immigrant accent. No offense to all my brothers from around the world, but golly, it's only so much I can take. You understand what I'm saying? Which is why I don't really like the Cardi B album. I mean, she's all right. It's just the accent, though. You feel what I'm saying? It'd be the accent.
Crash out. Now, this is the definition of an actual crash out. Not all these other Nicki Minaj lives, the way she's being funny with her fans that you guys like to call a crash out. This is the definition of a crash out. And we're going to talk about it in this video, okay? Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely
well. We don't give a damn, but let's get
nothing but a front that people used to go.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna have to skip up out of this one. I can't. The accent. I'm sorry. It's the accent. No offense. That's that motherfucking accent. All right, so let's get to some of these facts.
The little girl you haven't. That the little girl in.
So this is a tweet from Cardi B. This guy's about to read it out.
You didn't write this. All the periods and stuff. You didn't write this. Like shit, man. You didn't write this. All the periods and stuff. You didn't write this. Like shit. You know, you didn't write this. But that's cool. Patience. I know it was you. But okay. I can smell the little. I can smell them fingers, girl. I can smell them little shitty fingers of yours. I smell them. I know it's Patience. I can smell her little shitty. Patience is her like the girl, like her publicist or some shit like that. I don't know. Patience, that hoe, she wrote this hoe. I can tell you, it's too articulate. Absolutely. She did not write this, so whatever. Anyway, she said, you said out your mouth that the little girl the little girl in you haven't forgave your mother, yet that's because your mom used to stay silent while your dad, da 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 da. Let's get into it. You said that your daddy, who told you this? Where the fuck did you get this from? Where the fuck did you get this from? Huh? You went and you sued Tasha K for all of that shit, for you to come out here and be doing the same shit. You in LA being the same damn K? Like, girl, what the fuck? Like, what did you do? Didn't you just sue somebody for drag? Like, you just sued somebody. You just sued Tasha K for this shit. You just did it. You said that Nicki Minaj was diagnosed with the S word and bipolar for almost 9 years. This is a diagnosis, y'all. This is what she is claiming, that Nicki Minaj is on. Nicki Minaj, like, first off, did y'all forget that Nicki just had to do a test? Hey, you Mirror, shout out to my Mirror with the gat-toe, pistol and nigga on your damn trio. Yeah, hey Mirror, I miss you, girl. Well, wait, hold on. Cardi B, where did you get all this information from, huh? Because you and Kim Barbie and all of y'all swear to God that y'all don't be searching Nicki and shit like that, but it's crazy how y'all always got some type of salacious rumors about Nicki Minaj that TMZ don't post. Like, hey, y'all crop. Oh, he had a crop. They say he letting they have crop. I can't say word, but you know a crop. And we know Cardi, y'all know the words. Let me go ahead and break down these words for y'all so y'all know where the fuck I'm going.
Now, Cardi done made a few different allegations over this last few little situations. So just to get into a few of them, that was just some of the narrative that was put out. But I do want to kind of get into this next little clip that we got lined up for y'all. Hey, man, thumb up the video, support the channel, man. Let's get into this next clip.
He's on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. Then the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow up just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Cardi called Nicki cocaine Barbie. I mean, it was messy. They were taking a lot of low blows, and I already talked about it in my previous video. But Cardi made an allegation claiming that Nicki had fertility issues because she allegedly was using drugs. Okay. Nicki responded to this in a long tweet, and this is actually what triggered another round of insults between Nicki and Cardi. Now, Nicki said that she was planning to sue Cardi for making those allegations, and also she clowned Cardi for having a baby with Stephon Diggs. She said that Cardi sold her soul, and she also said, "You called Black women monkeys and roaches. One day people will call your daughters monkeys and roaches."
Damn, they done took it to a whole nother level with this type of baby. Damn. Shit. This industry is crazy.
Clowned Cardi for having a baby with Stephon Diggs. She said that Cardi sold her soul, and she also said, "You called Black women monkeys and roaches. One day people will call your daughters monkeys and roaches." Now, if you don't know what Nicki is referring to, some years ago, Cardi was on the internet calling dark-skinned Black women roaches, monkeys. She even mocked a dead child. Oh yes, people don't talk about this, but years ago, there was this woman, I believe her name was Clarissa, who wanted to sue Cardi because Cardi lied on her, said that she was on drugs, and mocked her dead child. This is real, by the way. This is what Cardi said. F your kids, B. That's why your son died, B, because you effed up as a B. Maybe if you paid attention. And she also said, stop doing drugs. Maybe that monkey would have been alive. She's referring to this woman's child. That was very disgusting. And this poor mother, she talked about it. She even talked about it on Nicki Minaj's Queen radio show.
You put it on your page for everybody to see, calling me a drug addict and saying that if I wasn't on drugs, my son would have been alive. I never did a drug a day in my life. I don't even smoke weed.
She called your child a monkey, your dead child. Rest in peace to your child. She called your child a monkey and said if you wouldn't have been doing some nonsense, that your child would have been alive. And she doesn't know you.
Yeah, she was saying if I would have gone for drugs and all this other stuff, my son would have been alive.
And Cardi herself has proudly admitted to making fun of people's kids.
Like, I really feel a certain type of way, and I'm going to come for you. Like, if I got to talk about your kids, I will. If you got rest in peace, this, and that, I'm going to talk about that person that you're talking about. I'm going to really hurt your feelings. Like,
so yeah, you heard it from her own mouth. I mean, she'll never be held accountable for that. But now that Cardi has kids of her own, she now understands how it feels when people come for her kids. But she was highly upset about the comment that Nicki made, saying you call black women monkeys and roaches. Now one day people will call your daughters monkeys and roaches. Cardi went off. She said, and let me tell you something. Let this be the last time you mention my kids before I spill the tea on yours while you talking about ABCs. You gonna leave me the F alone today, ho. I'm sick of you, B. So she was alluding to Nicki's son having a disability. These are the narratives that a lot of the trolls online have been running with, and Cardi was playing into it too. The fact that she would even imply that is very, very wrong. It was wrong when Kanye did it to Beyonce and Jay-Z's children. It's wrong that Cardi is doing it to Nicki's child. And people are not going to call it out, but it's very wrong. But this tweet, I feel, is where things took a very dark turn. They started talking about each other's families, and they were going in on each other's children. And I am not going to read all of the tweets. If you all want to kind of pause the video and read through them, you can. But I'm not going to read through all of these messy tweets because it was just too much. It was just too much. When Cardi alluded to Nicki's son being on the spectrum, Nicki decided to call Cardi's daughter Culture ugly, which was dead wrong. Culture is not ugly. She's a beautiful little girl. But Nicki was going in because Cardi said something that hurt her. So she was trying to hurt Cardi. They were just trying to take it as low as possible. And I didn't like that. I didn't like when Cardi brought up Nicki's son and said that he was nonverbal because Nicki did drugs. Like, where is the proof of that? I mean, once again, these women lost the plot. They completely lost the plot when they were bringing up each other's children. And I do have to say, Culture and Nicki's son, Papa Bear, they both are beautiful, precious, intelligent children. We don't wish any negativity on them. We don't wish any negativity on any child. But yeah, I want to move on from that. Once again, this whole thing was just really, really messy. Cardi was making allegations about Nicki, you know, having certain traumas in her childhood. She was saying that she was on drugs and she had a mental illness and her husband was running up her card. I mean, it was just very dark and vile and low. And Nicki was going very low too. I didn't like it. I did not like it. There was so much that was said. I'm not going to get into it. If you want to read through the tweets, you can. But honestly, I think the energy of this whole feud was just a little bit too dark for me. So I'm not going to read through the tweets. A lot of the stuff that was said is really fighting words. I mean, people get hurt behind saying less, you know. So I hope things don't become dangerous. I am a little concerned for Nicki. I think she's battling a lot of stuff in the industry. You know, Tasha K alluded to her being hexed. I don't know, but it feels like it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Now, Nicki was calling out some other people too. I saw her call out Harvey and his host from TMZ. She called out the host from The Breakfast Club. She called out Lucian Grange and Elliot Grange, who are the heads of Universal and also Atlantic Records. She called out some other executives and people in the industry who allegedly sabotaged her behind the scenes. And of course, she called out the usual Jay-Z and Desiree from Rock Nation. She brought up Jay-Z. She brought up Jay-Z's alleged son, Ramir, said, "Dear Ramir, I'm sorry that Camel framed you by putting things in your car, allegedly. I'm sorry he wanted you in prison the way he wants all his enemies. He's weak, ugly too. But I guess when you have money invested into the private prison system, well, I don't know. This is all alleged." She also brought up Kathy White. You know, there are conspiracy theories that Jay-Z may have been behind the elimination of his alleged mistress, Kathy White. We don't know that to be true, but those are the conspiracies out there. Also, she said Jay-Z got mad that I wouldn't give him a beat that I already begun legal paperwork for. The song I did with The Weeknd on Queen. He said it's Beyonce's beat, and Hoberson just laid down and let them take it, and then sued me for remaking a similar beat. Jay-Z's so jealous of Nas. I was sued for hundreds of thousands over a song I did with Nas. It never saw the light of day. Cassine, no, your number is called. Also, she brought attention to this post where Big Sean admitted that Jay-Z stopped Nicki from being on his song I Don't F With You. Beyonce actually suggested.
Damn, Jay-Z hating on Nicki behind the scenes. What's that about?
Also, she brought attention to this post where Big Sean admitted that Jay-Z stopped Nicki from being on his song I Don't F With You. Beyonce actually suggested adding Nicki to the song, but Jay-Z shut it down. And Nicki said, "Oh, Camel Z, mouse to go before you sleep." So as you can see, there's a lot of reasons why Nicki doesn't fool with Jay-Z. Also, Nicki said, "Let's get into the sabotage of my tour with Future," which then became my tour with Juice WRLD, who coincidentally died on my B-Day. Bell to A on these posing A coons. Let's go. She also revealed that Cardi's team wanted her to do a joint album and tour with her. Nicki said Barney B had the whole label fly out to Cali to beg me to do a joint tour and album with her. I don't want to have to drop that recorded call. Barb's, the reason why they did all that to my husband is because he snatched the phone from Tubi and Web. And well, y'all know Zoo. If I release that call, it's lights out. They believe that, but for my husband, I would have done that tour and album with Barney B. So they cursed themselves for life. This is a lot of tea that was spilled. Now, I want to briefly get into JT because while Nicki and Cardi were going at it, JT was going at it with Cardi B's sister Hennessy and all.
Yeah, because you know, just like a Dominican, they come in talking about people jealous. She jumped right in. Hennessy, Cardi B sister, taking shots at JT. Shout out to JT with her fine ass. Now listen to what this shit get into. This shit get crazy.
Also, Saucy Santana. Now I
Oh my god, the big queer
was
dude.
going at it with Cardi B's sister Hennessy and also Saucy.
Now this big gay ass nigga with a beard and fingernail polish and a BBL gonna jump in the ladies' beef. What did the hell do we expect?
Santana. Now, I did already talk about JT and Cardi clashing in my previous video. If you want to get the backstory on that, just to summarize it, JT was upset that Cardi dissed her in her song Magnet, and she and Cardi were going back and forth. In fact, JT was dragging Cardi for a good while, and Cardi's sister Hennessy jumped in and they started dragging each other. And in the midst of that, we actually finally got to the root of Cardi and JT's issues. So apparently, they fell out over the song WAP. Cardi replaced JT with Megan Thee Stallion on that song. Cardi's sister Hennessy said that JT switched up on Cardi after that happened. And even though Cardi tried to smooth things over, JT still was kind of acting funny behind the scenes. Now, JT came out and said that Cardi only wanted her for WAP, but she didn't want her to bring her group member from the City Girls, Young Miami, on the song. And JT did say that she wasn't trying to do songs without Young Miami.
I remember it's somebody and they'll keep trying to like force me to do a song without Christian. I was like, no, like she gonna be on this song too. Like it's either you coming on this song or the big it's for her. Like
Now, JT and Young Miami did end up drifting apart for various reasons. Their group wasn't performing well, and I think JT was more serious about rapping than Young Miami was. Young Miami was busy doing her own solo thing. She had her own podcast, and also she was running behind P. Diddy. JT, on the other hand, was
Diddler,
off
Free Diddy.
himself. So what ended up happening is JT got the opportunity to be on the remix to Nicki Minaj's Super Freaky Girl song. However, she did not tell Young Miami that she got that feature, and I think that created an even bigger wedge between them. And Saucy Santana was their mutual friend, but he ended up siding with Young Miami against JT. They claimed that JT was being a fake friend. JT claims that they were jealous that she got that Nicki feature. But yeah, that's kind of how they fell out. Now, recently, Saucy Santana and JT got into it. I don't really know how it started. I did see where Saucy Santana was listening to Cardi's song Magnet, and Cardi was dissing JT in that song. So I think JT felt away, and she kind of tweeted that Cardi B did not post Saucy Santana's album, and she said, who the F listening to this BS anyway? So I think that's what triggered this back and forth between Saucy Santana and JT. I did see where Nicki hopped in. She told Santana to go back to his pig pen, and somebody told her to post her and JT together, and she said, I ain't posting ish. That was cold. She left her hanging. But here are some of the clips of JT and Santana going at it with each other. It was a mess.
She low ass. Your loyalty depends on who you around, ass bitch. Hanging on the low ass bitch. Backdoor ass bitch. Snake friend.
Man, this big flamboyant gay ass nigga, this shit is diabolical. This is a fucking scary ass scene. A huge linebacker that could be in the NFL with lashes of BBL and a fucking fingernails. That is fucking scary to me.
Your loyalty depends on who you around, ass bitch. Hanging on the low ass bitch. Backdoor ass bitch. Snake friend ass bitch. But I don't stick no dildos in his.
I get out of jail, Santana get on live as a fan, and then he lies on me and say I let people disrespect him. I already knew he was weird then, bitch. I didn't even know how to work live. I haven't been around Santana since 2020 when he was in my house snoring loud in a fucking thong. He's a big, disrespectful, nasty.
Laying around snoring in her house in a thong is fucking sick, bro. What? His big ass was sleeping around in her house snoring in a thong. And this 2025 is a different type of year that we're living in, yo. Like, what is going on?
I haven't been around Santana since 2020 when he was in my house snoring loud in a fucking thong. He's a big, disrespectful, nasty turd.
A nasty turd.
He wears thongs. I feel sorry for that thong busting them warts in your ass. You big funky bitch. You big snoring bitch. How you wear a thong and be snoring? Pick a struggle.
Yeah, you gotta pick one, fam. You can't be snoring and wearing thongs. That is diabolical, man. What in the entire fuck, yo? God damn. Just sit down, big gay dude. Just stay out there. This one ain't for you, nephew. You might want to sit this one out.
Big ass grizzly bear.
Every time you bring your ass to the internet and start with me. But you know what? You know what you're not telling the people? Your label was just calling around, scrambling around, trying to recruit people to be on your motherfucking side with this Cardi B beef, and nobody didn't want to. Cardi B dropped 919. You should have been on the internet. 919. Oh, you waited for Nicki Minaj to say something. You waited for Nicki to say something so the barbs could be on your side. Now Nicki Minaj just telling the people, hey, zip it. It's a blackout. Short stomach. Nicki Minaj ignoring you and Cardi. You looked so dumb when they reported that shit on the Breakfast Club. Stupid. Just had to find out about motherfucking Super Freaky Girl on the internet. Try to group with a hoe and don't tell her that you got a Nicki Minaj feature. The first time you was arguing with Cardi B, bitch, Nicki texts Carisha. You and Santana not gonna say nothing? No. They arguing about you. Nobody not getting in that lap dog, roof. Whole time you ain't like Cardi. Whole time you was scared to unfollow her. Unfollow the girl. You don't fuck with her. You don't like Cardi. You don't like Nicki. You don't like Glorilla. You don't like Doechii, and she carried your motherfucking career last year. You don't like nobody around you, bitch.
That's crazy. A big flamboyant grizzly bear in a thong is crazy. That snore loud.
All because the number one person in your life that you love don't like you, hoe. Factual. Only time we see your nigga smile is when he doing an interview and you not there. Bitch, when I was at your birthday party, at your album release parties, at Wireless,
My nigga can growl all he want. His pocket's big. And guess what? He love the ground I walk on. He ain't leaving me, bitch. Why the f would I want to hang with a bitch who look like Santana, who cannot even fit in a coupe comfortably? Bitch, I don't have to hang with you. Who the f is you and why you worry about my nigga? Where's your nigga? You cannot be around a nigga if you don't pay. Use a trick. D said you stank. D said you had warts. D said you had warts. That's a nigga who you f with.
Bitch, you been running around with this narrative for 2 motherfucking long.
D said you had warts. Ugh.
Even when you play with my motherfucking best friend, trying to make people motherfucking Christian turn her back on you, how? Since when? Even when she started dating her nigga, no bitch, you thought you was hot because you had started dating a motherfucking rock star. Bitch, he playing your motherfucking face all the motherfucking time, soft ass hoe. But you got your ass on here acting like somebody turned against you or somebody was working against you, and then you and your label use that for your fucking rollout, bitch. City Cinderella was pushed off of Carisha hate. Nobody don't fucking hate you, girl.
Yeah, this is very low vibrational. I wanted to skip this video, y'all, but I knew some people would be upset if I didn't cover it. But here you have it. The girls are fighting, and everybody needs therapy and prayer. Anyway, tell me what y'all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
I mean, it's a lot, man, with this whole situation, but hey, you see it here, man. Cardi B beefing with Nicki Minaj beefing with Saucy Santana beefing with JT beefing with Cardi B. It's a whole mix-up. And then you got Ice Spice in it, which I don't know how they came up in it. And then in the middle of that, Big Latto name got threw up under the box. I thought Cardi B and Latto was cool. She said, I ain't that weak ass bitch Latto. Whoa. I don't know where it came from, but hey, man, y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. It's your brother, Big Original.
Keys on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow up just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.